Where's Peter? I'm right here. That's right. I am back. And we got to talk. So stay tuned for episode 37 coming your way. Hey everyone, this is Peter. Welcome to my channel. Yeah, I have been busy moving. So with that said, I finally made some time today to have a sit and have fun with you. Yeah, so check this out. During this time, I've been thinking of some things to talk about. So I made a list of some topics. That's right. We got a lot to talk about. However, it's not going to be today. That's right. Today, I'm just going to give you a little summary of that. We're going to have a little bit talk about some news.
Good news, everyone.
And then my favorite thing, mail.
Mailman.
That's right. So
Got some mail here.
yeah, I've been paying attention to what's going on, and oh my, there's so many figures coming out. So many figures. I mean, how do you make up your mind on what you want and how much you can afford, and should you get that? That's a tough one, and there's nothing worse than regret, right? So yeah, so folks, really think about your wants. Because I tell you, I am in the same boat. I see all those figures, and there are some that I don't even know, but they're so cool looking. I'm like, oh my God, I want to get it. Yeah, but I got to tell you, you really got to think about that. So with that said, right, I think there are like 4 or 5 figures that I don't even know who they are, so I can't even tell you that I'm so tempted, but they're not cheap, right? So when I think about like spending that type of money on a figure that I don't know, I prefer to spend it on a figure that I do know. Yeah, so it's like, oh well, right? Yeah, so, I mean, we haven't even touched base since what, Black Widow was coming out, and Taskmaster, and then I saw that they did Psycho Dude. What is his name? Oh my God, I'm going totally blank. It'll come back to me. Yeah, so Psycho Man, and then you've got oh my God, why am I blanking out like this? Yeah, I have to look. Oh yeah, Dexter, right? Yeah, and then that was a surprise too. And so I was really surprised by some of those things. And of course, do I get it? Yeah, and like I said, add 2 of those figures together, you're talking $500 to $600. Right? That may include shipping, may not. So yeah, we got to keep ourselves in check. And that every time I turn around, there's something else added to the Star Wars trilogy, or whatever you want to call it, because not only do they come out with stuff from the new movies, but they also still coming up with characters from the old movies. So it's like, oh wow, I want them all. Yeah, it's really a tough one, So yeah, so I'm really excited about the stuff that's out though. I got to tell you, Quill when he came out with the Berg, um, that was sweet, and yeah, that was sweet. And then I'm also noticing that I got some figures just in time before they went onto the wait list. I felt very lucky, yeah, because in some of those I almost sat a little too long, and I'm glad that I finally nipped it because that wait list is getting longer. Yeah. Yeah, but at the same time, they're adding, I don't know how many figures, like a week. It's crazy, crazy. I mean, there's so much good stuff. What to do? But in that case, so yeah, so here's some of the topics that I want to discuss in the future. Yes, make some videos on this. Of course, my top 10 hot toys, and I gotta tell you, you have no idea how hard that is, right? Because you have a collection, and you like a lot of them. I'm like, I don't know what's my number one. I think it's that one and that one and that one. I mean, yeah, I mean, let's face it, there's some amazing figures, and good for Hot Toys for making it harder for us to make that decision, right? I mean, how cool is that? Um, and and even to dislike one, there's got to be an extreme reason for it. I think I like, I know some people that don't like the Aquaman of the Aquaman movie because you really couldn't move him. The articulation, it was constricted, and I get that. But at the same time, that figure looked hot, and in that water base, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. So yeah, so it's like that whole thing of, you don't want to miss out, right? So then, another one I thought would be kind of cool would be to do like a top 20 of all my figures, right? Because I don't just collect Hot Toys, right? I got some Sideshow, 3-0, Damtoys, which I love Damtoys. Damtoys is awesome. So yeah, so you got all that going, right? So I thought that, do a top 20 of my figures. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, and I might turn you on to something you haven't seen before. Ooh, that's fun. Then, I've got a pretty cool collection of Barbie, I gotta say. Yeah, and I'm really happy with the way that's growing, and it's been fascinating, because I'm learning a lot from that angle as well. And I mean, talk about a fan base. It's way up there. That's crazy, crazy. So yeah, so with that, Barbie's always like doing new things and coming up with new ideas, and they're doing their best to beat the toy world, because that is challenging with, Monster High and Rainbow Girls and LOL, and that's a lot of competition. Yeah, a lot. And the Brats, right? I mean, there's just so many. So with that, I thought it'd be cool to do my top 10 Barbies and see, yeah, and that'll be interesting. And then I've got to do my top 20 dolls. Yeah, I always call them figures, but in reality they're dolls, right? So with that, I got some killer Monster High. Yeah, some really, really cool ones. And then, with that, there's Integrity Toys, there's Tonner, there's some good stuff. Yeah, there's some good stuff, right? And even that, I like, how do you decide? It's a tough one, yeah. So we'll see. And then I thought I'd talk about some of the sideshow delays. Wow. I mean, and I get it. I get it. They've had some issues. I hear about it all the time. Integrity Toys is having a hard time as well. There was an issue or an incident with one of the ships, and it happens to be the ship that was bringing in merchandise for the collectibles, and it got stuck somewhere in the sea. So with that said, the delays have been even more so, and then add COVID to it, and not having the employees, and right, it's a bad bad turnout of circumstances. So with that, what can you do, right? It's not like we could go ahead and complain about it, right? They're not holding our figures and our collectibles on purpose. Right? I mean, some things that take, and then, if it's coming from anywhere with this customs, that's another delay. I mean, I deal with Hong Kong all the time, and I got to tell you that some of the holdup on certain things is like, wow, right? So yeah, so we're gonna discuss some more of those delayed items, yeah, delayed items, yeah. And what cracks me up about that is that as we know, one of the ones that was delayed for a long, long, long time is Captain America from Endgame. And would you not believe that as soon as I got to the West Coast, it got to my place in the East Coast. So even till now, I mean, I've had it for months and I still haven't seen it, right? But today I was cracking up. There was somebody who posted something on Facebook, and I guess they got their figure, and I wasn't sure if it was a joke or not. But I was like, I don't know. It sounds like I hate to say it sounds like a dumbass. I'm sorry, but yeah, I guess there was a picture of Captain America with his broken shield, and the complaint was that it came broken, right? And that they had Wonder Woman and her shield wasn't broken, and then it was like even if it was funny, it was done without really any sense of humor, because it was presented as like somebody who was like the way they worded it. It was like, did they not see the movie? Are they clueless? Do they not research the expensive item before they ordered it? And that's one of my things that I love about it, is the fact that the shield is broken, right? So with that said, I wasn't sure if it was like a joke or not, but I was like, yeah. So finally, I'm glad that figure has come through, and I believe Rescue is the next one that is on its way. Yeah, there have been some delays, and then here's where I'm baffled at times, because many times when a figure comes out, as soon as I see it, I'm like, if I want it, put it in my cart, right? And I get it, right? But then I noticed that when it was finally being released, there are a lot of other people getting it months before I get mine. And I'm wondering, is it alphabetical order? I mean, do I always fall on the third batch? It's just like, yeah, so yeah, call it, yeah, I'm jealous, so I'm jealous. Oh yeah, so deal with it. Yeah, but I'm a little baffled by that, because I never am one of those that's like, oh my God, I got my figure, and before 20,000 other people got theirs. So, yeah, so thinking about that. Then the other thing, like I was saying, Integrity Toys is another one that is some delayed, and I get them through their site, and I also get it through Sideshow, and in both cases, they're delayed, and I think it has to do with that ship that's out there, to really slow things down a lot. So yeah, and I gotta tell you, I don't want them to be rushing my figure and not doing it right. It's like, yeah, don't be rushing the workers, the makers and the creators. I prefer to wait and get a great item than one that was like, we went through the ringer. Yeah, and so then, yeah, I thought it'd be kind of cool to do a video of some of the figures I have on order. Yeah, I know. And even with that, I deal with some orders from Toys Wonderland and TNS, I think is what it's called. And I cannot ever figure out when I'm going to be getting a figure from them. They both have different paying systems. Toys Wonderland, you pay and you could be done with your payments, and the figure's not available, you're not going to get it, but they still take your money. Right? So, you really don't know. And then depending on which type of shipment you pick, the delay difference, when the receiving times could be so extremely different. So yeah, so with that, it's hard to get excited about it. And with Sideshow, you know how that goes. So then I thought it would also be cool to do figures that I want to order. Yeah, yeah. There's some figures that I definitely want to order, and I am like, ooh, yeah. Because like I said, you got to keep it real. You got to keep it real, and you can't get everything. I mean, room is, where to put them is a big to do, and then where to store the boxes if you do that. Then where do you stop? Where do you stop, or do there's some guys that they have the room and the setup and they can collect as much as they want, but you know, it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming how much stuff is available. Yeah, so I get it. I get it. Yeah, because I see some of these guys with some of the collections, and I gotta say, kudos to them because they have some amazing, beautiful collections and beautiful displays, and I know the work that goes into it. So yay to them. Um, yeah, because it is sweet. The same thing with not only Hot Toys, but also I know there's some Barbie collectors that got incredible setups. Yeah, it's amazing, amazing what people do for the passion of the collection. So yeah, so cool stuff, cool stuff. Good guys, good, 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 good. And we have got to talk about the waitlisted figures. Yeah, yeah, and so we'll talk about figures that I own and or ordered just in time, just in times. And there were a couple of them, and I was like, I finally got them, and it was like, oh wow, it went to waitlist like that. And I was like, wow, lucked out. And then a couple of times, more than a couple of times, I got there late. I got there late, and I didn't really pay attention to it like I should have, and there it went. And now forget it, because on the secondary market, it's not realistic. It's not realistic. Yeah, and I should do a video on the secondary market because interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. And I gotta say that the most important thing, and this is my advice to you, the most important thing, do your research. You got to do your research. Keep that in check. Keep it in check. So, the other thing I wanted to say, that's right, I got mail.
Here's the mail, it never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail.
It's mail time. That's right. It is mail time. My favorite time. By the way, yeah, you see, do you remember this pin? Yeah, it's Mr. Stan Lee. And I think during Comic-Con or some type of con, it was one of the items that I got for free. And I thought that was pretty cool. And I think they did a great job because it does look like him. So, right? And then, of course, I love Brightburn. Yeah, I love that guy. The kid is awesome. So my tribute there. So yes, so let's talk about what I got in the mail today.
Oh my God!
You got mail.
You bastard!
So I needed to get this. So here's can number 164 from the Barbie collection. Right, and and the irony is that this is all plastic, and after that, the next collection they did was no plastic, right? Being ocean conscious and earth conscious and all that good stuff. So I think it's pretty ironic they went from one extreme to the other. But however, with this is reusable, which is pretty cool. For anyone who collects. There's so many things you can put in these pouches. But this guy here, he doesn't have a name, I don't think. Number 164. Yeah, I kind of dug kind of looks a little mulatto. Yeah. I mean, like there's some mix going on there somewhere. I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, so like that. And then Big City, Big Dreams. Yeah, I have seen this on Amazon quite a bit ago, and put it like in my back burner. And for some reason, I finally, because I saw the African American one, and I like her look a lot more than the traditional blonde Barbie, right? So I got it because I'm trying to. One of the things that I want to do is a scenario with like Integrity Toys, Gem and the Holograms, and some other musicians. So when I saw this, it's with the guitar, the microphone, the stand, right? And I get it, and I look at it, I'm like, why is there a hole here? Like, I didn't get that, right? And this one I say, you have to really pay attention to what it is that you're getting, because I knew that it had something to do with music and her dress lit up, but I wasn't sure how it was gonna work. And what it is that the reason that's there is so that you could lift it. Yeah, so good for Barbie for trying different things, and as you can see, she's pretty cool. She's got like long cornrow braided hair. Yeah, pretty cool. So yeah, so I thought that was a great surprise today. But the most exciting thing, and this is one of those figures that I was saying, why are other people getting it months before I am, when I felt I was right on it, right? So check it out. Oh, do you see that? Yes. It's the Scout Trooper with the speeder bike. And I was so happy. And it's actually got some good weight to it. But I was really happy for many reasons. But I think that they do their artwork inside the boxes for this collection. The Mandalorian is freaking amazing. But look how beautiful that is. I mean, if you wanted to frame a poster or make a poster of this is perfect. That's an idea. Right? I mean, that is beautiful and framed. That'll be perfect. And on the flaps that fold, you're not missing anything. Right? So it's not like you get rid of anything that's really good. Yeah, but framed, I think that would be amazing. So, way cool. And what I really liked was that the Scout Trooper didn't come all white. Yeah, so it made it more realistic as them flying around, those deserts and, sand and rock mountains. But yeah, so check it out. There's Grogu, the bag, and then I guess underneath there's the second layer, and that's where the speeder bike is. So I cannot wait to pull this out, set it up, and play with it. But I don't think, if you don't remember, let me remind you that I believe I had mentioned before that when I saw Sideshow Collectibles on YouTube do the video of the unboxing of this figure, it was an eye-opener because they were able to point out how certain things went, and when you saw them do it, it made it seem easier. And then they also pointed out the parts that were really fragile. Yeah, because there's nothing worse than hearing that snap. That's not a good thing. Yeah, so I highly recommend that if you haven't gotten yours and you're planning on getting it, watch that video because I think it's gonna help you out. So, and that's another reason why I haven't pulled it out of the box as well, is because I want to see that video one more time. Yeah, so pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. Yes, I'm really excited about that. So with that said, my friends, I am going to sign off. Yeah, and the next time I talk to you, we're going to be talking about one of those topics that I mentioned. Have a good one, and I'll talk to you later. Late.